Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Konrad, member of the SMTA Global Board of Directors and Vice President of Communications. I'm back with you for your SMTA update for October 2025. Here's what's happening across our global SMTA community. And a little spoiler alert, there's a lot happening this month, October. On Wednesday, October 1st, the Empire Chapter holds its annual Expo and Technical Forum at the DoubleTree Hotel in East Syracuse, New York. There will be 3 technical presentations, including migration of via in-pad plated over structures through partial stacked microvia by Jeff Kurish from Universal Instruments Corporation. Engineering out defects, solder paste selection, and handling best practices by Carson Burt from Indium Corporation, and a panel discussion on the subject of artificial intelligence in the workplace featuring the Empire Chapter officers. Registration opens at 8:30 a.m. and of course there'll be a happy hour and a door prize drawing, and lunch will be provided. Also on Wednesday, October 1st, SMTA will host a webinar on the subject of AI, advancing counterfeit detection and hardware assurance. Alexa Falconer from Cyborg will be the presenter. The webinar runs from 11 a.m. to noon Central Time. On Thursday, October 2nd, the Guadalajara chapter will host an in-person event, the Students and Young Professionals Forum, at the Palace of Culture and Congresses in Zapopan, Jalisco, Mexico. This is a completely free event organized by the SMTA Mexico Guadalajara chapter, aimed at the entire student community from programs related to the electronics industry in Guadalajara. This is the second event designed exclusively for students from different universities in Guadalajara and nearby cities. We are inviting students, professors, and administrators to get involved with SMTA and engage in dialogue about how SMTA can help connect academic programs with the electronics manufacturing industry. This event runs from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Mexico time. Also on Thursday, October 2nd, the Querétaro chapter will host a webinar entitled Flexibility in Action, Development of Pick-and-Place Programs by Noah Rojas, a mechatronics engineer who graduated from the Polytechnic University of Pachuca. The webinar runs from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Mexico City time. On Friday, October 3rd, the Carolinas chapter will host a webinar entitled Comparing Reflow Ovens, Answering a Question, presented by Fred DeMuck. The webinar runs from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. On Tuesday, October 7th, there will be a student breakfast and career panel at Minnesota State University, Mankato at the Centennial Student Union, hosted by the Electronics Manufacturing and Assembly Collaborative, better known as EMAC. This event runs from 7:45 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. Central Time. Also on Tuesday, October 7th, the Upper Midwest chapter will host a tour and technical presentation at Daktronics headquarters in Brookings, South Dakota. This event takes place from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time. On Wednesday, October 8th, the San Diego chapter will host a webinar all about stencil design in manufacturing in 30 minutes. Elias Malfavon Jr., president of Metal Etch Services and co-host of the Decode podcast, will be the presenter. This webinar takes place at 12 p.m. Pacific Time. Also on Wednesday, October 8th, the Silicon Valley chapter, together with the Surface Mount Board Association of Australia, will host a webinar and panel discussion entitled Backward Compatible Assembly and Reliability. Dave Hillman, Jasper Bath, and Richard Coyle will be the presenters. The webinar runs from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time. On Thursday, October 9th, the University of South Florida's student chapter will host the Nano Forum. This forum brings together professionals, researchers, faculty, and students in nanotechnology, advanced manufacturing, and electronics. The day includes networking and industry meet and greet, expert panels on current trends, and student poster presentations. This event runs from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Also on Thursday, October 9th, the Capital chapter will host a webinar entitled Solder Voiding, Causes and Remedies, presented by Jerome McIntyre of Koki Solder America. This event runs from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're a chapter officer, then be sure to attend the Water Cooler Friday Zoom session on Friday, October 10th. Chat with other chapter officers and board members. This event runs from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. Another Water Cooler Friday Zoom session will be held exclusively for our Asian chapters on Friday, October 17th from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Malaysia Taiwan Standard Time. On Saturday, October 11th, the Houston chapter will host the Tejano Tech Summit Robotics Mixer. The Tejano Tech SMTA Robotics Mixer wraps up Tejano Tech Week with industry leaders, robotic enthusiasts, and families at TXRX Labs. Guests can network, explore projects, and see how Houston innovators are shaping the future of manufacturing and technology. This event runs from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time and takes place at TXRX Labs in Houston, Texas. On Tuesday, October 14th, the Ireland Alliance will host a technical conference and tour. The subject of the conference is electronics in mission-critical environments. There will be 6 technical presentations and a tour of real-time technologies. This event takes place at Real-Time Technologies in Dublin, Ireland, and runs from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Western European Time. And don't miss SMTA International, or SMTAI 2025, October 19th through 23rd at the Rosemont Exhibition Center in Rosemont, Illinois. This year's conference features approximately 90 technical presentations across 6 focused tracks: additive manufacturing, advanced packaging, low-temperature solder, manufacturing excellence, reliability in harsh environments, and test and inspection. Also offered, 10 half-day professional development courses. I'm happy to say I'm teaching one of those on the subject of cleaning. This is SMTA's signature technical event, so don't miss it. In addition to all the technical presentations and professional development courses, there are a host of various special events which offer unparalleled networking opportunities. There are so many events happening at SMTAI, in fact, too many to mention here. So for more information or to register, visit smtai.org. On Thursday, October 23rd, the Taiwan chapter will host a technical session at Impact 2025 at the Taipei Nangang Exhibition Center from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Taipei Standard Time. Presentations include challenge of low-temperature soldering, cost-effective 3D packaging for AI wearables through embedded die substrate, an advanced optical engine in selective laser etching, SLE, for TGV mass production, and PCB pad cratering characterization for large-size AI packages. And finally, to wrap up a very busy October, on Wednesday, October 29th, the Oregon chapter will host a webinar entitled Measuring What Matters, Analytical Strategies for Clean and Reliable Electronics, presented by Dr. Adam Klett of Kaizen Corporation. This webinar runs from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Pacific Time. For more information on any of these events, please visit smta.org/events. That's it for your October updates. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in November.